are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Cardi B, please come to the front of the congregation and receive 50,000 lashings. Why? Because Cardi B and her botched BBL and ugly face is being sued for assault and battery over a 2023 incident which she struck a woman with a microphone in retaliation for ice being thrown at her. Now, we know the evil, bitter Cardi B has a hard time, controlling her emotions and keeping her hands and objects to herself. If you guys remember, she hired two men, allegedly, or two people, because she says it's not men, but she did hire two people to throw bottles at Off the Cheats mistresses, if you guys remember. And let's not also forget she threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. She threatened to beat up Akbar V. And let's not forget all the times she was on Love and Hip Hop fighting and throwing things. So, Cardi B has a hard time controlling her anger. And I think instead of people suing, what needs to happen is, she needs some criminal charges. She got, I think, 2 weeks of community service for the incident with the mistresses. But she needs like a year and 2 in jail. Off the Cheat can have full custody, but she definitely needs jail time. Cardi B is 35, still acting like she's 25 or 22, okay? But her face gives 54. She needs to act her age, not her shoe size, and stop always throwing things or trying to fight somebody when you get into a disagreement. Somebody throwing ice at you doesn't qualify for you throwing a microphone. Ice is not going to hurt you. It probably was for your breath. It was probably stinking up the place. Okay, no shade. So, 50,000 lashes to Cardi B. Now, moving on from that, it looks like the Doja Cat fans are planning on sabotaging Cardi B yet again. A Doja Cat fan said, "I'm sorry, but this is the only mission as Doja Cat fandom." Okay? And it's showing a fake Payola Board 200 album chart where Vi is number 1, which would be Doja Cat's 5th album, and My Drama at number 2. Okay? Now, a lot of fans are speculating that Doja Cat will be dropping around the same time as Cardi B's album, and they might be competing for the top spot on the Billboard album chart. Now, here's my thing with Doja Cat fans, and it's no shade, but Doja Cat has never went number 1 for an album. She never, even with Planet Her, she didn't debut at number 1. What makes you think she going number 1 this time? Okay? Even if she going up against Cardi B, Doja Cat going number 1 is a stretch, okay? You might want to shoot for top 5, especially since she don't got no hot songs out, okay? Nobody is checking for Doja Cat right now, except the racist white man that be in her group chat, okay? Nobody checking for Doja Cat. So I don't even understand how Doja Cat fans go down. Oh, she's going number 1. I understand that Cardi B, her song just recently flopped. But I think Cardi B has a better, or I would say a bigger fan base than Doja Cat. Doja Cat fans are mostly the Barbs. Okay, and y'all never took Doja Cat to number 1. At least Cardi B's first album went number 1. And you can say, oh, it's Payola. Doja Cat gets Payola and she still can't go number 1. Do billions of streams, yet can't go number 1. How is that possible? Okay, so Doja Cat and the kitty litters need to pipe down. Now, moving on from that, fans are clowning Nicki Minaj on social media because Ramir, Camel Face's alleged son, has withdrawn his civil lawsuit against Camel Face. Now, if you want the real on why he withdrew his lawsuit, that is on Patreon, okay? If you want to know the reason behind that. But fans are clowning Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj has openly talked about the lawsuit between Camel Face and his alleged son. And Nicki has recently been very quiet on social media, so fans are asking her thoughts. Also, Bottom Bussy Charlemagne decided to clown Nicki Minaj, and he publicly posted on his Instagram, "Blame Rock Nation," okay? With Camel Face playing in the background saying the streets are watching. Okay, so it looks like, a lot of people are trying to clown Nicki Minaj now that she's quiet, because she has openly talked about how Devil Nation has been doing things behind the scenes, and the Beehive was saying that all Devil Nation artists should wear this to clown Nicki Minaj. That, Megan Thee Stallion, Iris Star, whoever is signed to Devil Nation, Rihanna should wear it and clown Nicki Minaj. That's what the fans are saying on social media. Now, fans are also talking about how Walmart Beyonce is shelved at Parkwood Entertainment. As we know, I think it was Holly and Walmart Beyonce both unfollowing Parkwood Entertainment on Instagram. Okay. And so, a lot of fans want new music from Walmart Beyonce, even though they're not going to buy it. And fans are tweeting, "Beyonce literally hates Chloe." A fan responded, said, "No, Parkwood hates Chloe." Here's the thing. Parkwood, Queen Bee, Columbia, whoever you want to call it, they all don't mess with Walmart Beyonce. Okay? One, she don't sell. So what is there to love? Her twirling around on the floor? Her posting half naked pictures on Instagram like an industry thought? Like, come on now. Walmart Beyonce moves like an influencer, okay? I mean, she posting half-naked pictures. We haven't heard nothing about music in a while now because she's shelved, okay? The budget is gone. She hasn't recouped any money for Parkwood in Columbia, and they done with her. So it's really no shade, but it's Walmart Beyonce's fault. Now, moving on from that, Justin Bieber's swag is continuing to flop on the charts. For the second week, it will be at number 5 on the Billboard 200 album chart with 75,000 units sold its second week, and it debuted at number 2. Well, this is a flop if I ever seen one. Okay, like, goodness gracious, Justin. You were supposed to come back and do your big one, but all you did was be a culture vulture and talk about you clocking it and clocking tea. You should have been focused on putting out a good, solid project instead of using black people slang. Okay, you culture vulture. See, you was too busy getting Drewski and Sexy Red and Gunna. You should have been collaborating with SZA, Doja Cat, Thames. Okay, I mean, why are you working with Drewski and Sexy Red? Okay, that was your first problem. You too busy trying to get into black culture, and that's why your pop star career is over. Okay, hang it up, flat screen. Okay, I don't even want to see you on tour. I think that would be a hot stinking mess. But this is just proof that he has fell off. Now, moving on from that, does SZA and Nicki Minaj make amends? Okay, SZA liked a post of someone doing the Nicki Minaj challenge. Everybody has probably seen the viral challenge going on TikTok. Nicki Minaj does a certain pose in the High School music video, the song she got with Wayne, that came out over 10 years ago. And it's been going viral on TikTok. SZA liked a post of somebody doing the Nicki Minaj challenge on TikTok. And a lot of fans are speculating that SZA wants to be cool with Nicki Minaj, and that they have made amends. Okay? Unfortunately, that is not true. SZA has not officially made amends with Nicki Minaj behind the scenes. Hopefully that happens, but allegedly it's not true that she has not spoken to Nicki Minaj. She has not reached out to Nicki Minaj. Hopefully, maybe in the future they can make amends. Let me know if you guys feel like the damage has been done. I think they can come back for this. You know, I think SZA would have to apologize for inserting herself in something that she has no business inserting herself in, okay? Because Nicki was talking about Doechii and punched TDE, okay? And then, you know, if Nicki Minaj would like, you know, Nicki Minaj could apologize for saying that SZA was fat, okay? Because she did body shame SZA, okay? So SZA probably gonna want a apology for that. But hopefully they can make amends in the future, but allegedly they have not made amends yet. I think SZA is just liking the post because everybody that's been doing the challenge has been killing it. Okay, and I don't think that this is really hardcore beef between SZA and Nicki Minaj. I think it could be rectified if both parties apologize. SZA should have minded her business. Nicki Minaj was not talking about you or to you. I understand you want to stick up for Doechii, but Doechii did not stick up for you when you got called all them damn names. Okay, on Station Head when Nicki Minaj was dragging you by your freckles, your fake freckles, and your lace front when Nicki Minaj was dragging you on Station Head. Where did Doechii come in and save you? Doechii been quiet. She been in the studio though, but she been quiet. So, you know, SZA, next time, be quiet if nobody is directly talking to you. But I do think she probably gonna want an apology from Nicki Minaj for, you know, making fun of her fake freckles and her body and saying how she can't sing. I definitely could see SZA wanting an apology for that. Now, Camel Toe and Queen Bee are getting clowned on social media, as you guys probably know, because they took out a mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, for a whopping $110 million. Okay? Now, their combined net worth is estimated at $3 billion, but Camel Face and Queen Bee have taken out a $57.75 million mortgage on their beloved Bel Air mansion. Not once, but allegedly multiple times, twice, allegedly, bringing their total borrowing of the property a whopping $110 million, according to the Daily Mail, giving their wealth and their extensive property portfolio of at least 4 luxury homes. The superstar couple new 30-year loan with Morgan Stanley Private Bank has raised eyebrows. They bought the Bel Air mansion for $88 million in 2017 and opted to keep it when they purchased what was billed as a California's most expensive home in Malibu for $200 million cash in 2023. Okay? So basically fans are clowning them for taking out, you know, basically 2 mortgages for their home in Bel Air. Now, with that being said, I do have the real reason as to why they took out this mortgage on Patreon, link in description. But I feel like every celebrity has taken out mortgages. The Kardashians do it. Selena Gomez, J-Ho. All celebrities have taken out mortgages, even if they got the funds, okay? Because a lot of these artists and celebrities, they want to put their money in other things. They just don't want to completely take all of their money and buy a home with it, especially if it's worth $57 million. That's a lot of money just to, you know, up and drop on a house. Now, the Carters probably got it, though. You know, they definitely got it. Queen Bee been on back-to-back tours, okay? And so she definitely got 57, even $100 million to just pay the house off. Let's be very clear. Because ain't no way you doing back-to-back tours and you ain't got it. That just don't make sense. But I know the real reason why they did that, okay? It was a strategic move behind the scenes. But I think all celebrities, whether or not they have the funds or not, they're going to opt out to do a mortgage anyway. A lot of regular people do that. Celebrities do it all the time. Now, moving on from that, it has also been revealed that Ramir plans to refile a civil lawsuit against Camel Toe, but not for paternity tests. He will be seeking money instead. Here's the thing. No shade of Ramir. I understand that you want closure of who your daddy is, even though allegedly, Camel Face believes he's not the daddy. The point of the matter is, you wouldn't be able to get no money if you don't have the paternity test. Okay, now, if you want the real reason why he dropped the lawsuit, that's on Patreon. Link will be in the description. But the point of the matter is, you can't ask for money without the paternity test. How are you going to ask for money and it has not been proven that you are his son? That don't even logically make sense. Now you look money hungry and thirsty. Okay? You see how that look? That looks absolutely insane. Okay? You really deserve 50,000 lashes for this. No shade. I'm going to let it slide. But you really do deserve some lashes for this. To drop the paternity lawsuit and then try to refile for money, that don't make sense. You're supposed to get that paternity lawsuit handled first. And I understand Camel Face doesn't want to take the paternity test. But hypothetically, if you had kept going, hypothetically, I think eventually the courts would have forced Camel Face to take the paternity test. Okay, but I don't think you have money to still be in court. That, no shade. I don't think you got the coinage for that like he do. But the point of the matter is, eventually they would have been like, okay, Camel Face, like, just take the damn paternity test. Stop stalling. Stop filing 30 pages of paperwork and just take the paternity test. Eventually, I do feel like the judge probably would have forced him to take it. Now, the thing is, though, Deseret and Camel Face have a lot of, what I would say, influence when it comes to the court system. They definitely have a lot of influence. But it's not like his case got dismissed right away. It didn't get dismissed at all. He dropped the lawsuit. So, even if, Camel Face and Deseret have, connections within the legal system, I feel like eventually somebody would have said, listen, just take the damn test and let's move on. We can't keep doing the back and forth for years and years to come. So, you decide to drop it, but don't get mad that you ain't gonna get no money from this, because you're not gonna get a damn motherfucking dime without no damn paternity test. I hope you know that. You look delusional. Okay? No shade. Now it has been reported that Mariah the Scientist and Kali Uchis's new single, Is It a Crime?, will be released Friday, August 1st. Please tell me y'all not going to be sampling Sade. Okay? Because y'all not smooth with it like Sade. Please tell me y'all not going to be sampling. That's all I need to know now. Now, Kali Uchis, I like her music. But I feel like she's a hit or miss when it comes to her singles. And it's the same thing with Mariah the Scientist. I like some of Mariah the Scientist's music, but even Burning Blue, I don't really care for that record. I know that was like a big hit for her. But I felt like it was a little bit boring. I feel like Mariah has better song in her discography than Burning Blue. Okay? But here's the thing. I feel like they're going to be sampling. I feel like when I think of Is It a Crime, I think of Sade. And if you're going to be sampling the Queen, you better do it right. And y'all hoes ain't going to do it right. I can already tell. Okay? Because y'all not smooth with it like she is. So anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you have a great day.